Okay, a lot of info in this video. I'll try to deliver it as quick as possible. The BLON01, no dash, BLON01 is going to be $22.99. It will be released before 11/11. The exact date is still unknown to me. The fastest way possible I know to pass that along, it seems like Twitter is the fastest way to pass information along, because people are, I have no idea why. I usually don't use Twitter, but recently I have. If you go to my channel and you go up to top right, you got Patreon, which is people that support me and take part in raffles and stuff. Facebook, I don't use that much, but it's legacy. I had it for a while. Instagram, I use personal. It's my life, kind of, so people who can see me behind. That's, people sometimes say, why don't you put your face? This is how I do videos, because I like to have my hands free. That's me right there on the channel trailer, just so you can kind of see who it is. And then I use Instagram as another way to kind of show my life outside of sitting at a desk and doing reviews, because I spend most of my life not sitting right here, and so I can share that with you. For information about this stuff and when it's going to come out, probably the best way to get that would be right here, which is Twitter, and click that. And then this is like where I would put, last thing I put up was 60 minutes ago. I took those photos a while back, but I just got told about how much it's going to be and thought, oh, hell yeah, okay. So we got the BLON01, $22.99. It's going to be coming up before 11/11. I'll let you guys know via Twitter as soon as I possibly can. The Tinhifi T1 Plus that I talked about a while ago, the final version has been done, and I'm being sent that, and it's probably going to arrive any day, probably over the weekend, and I will let people know how that turns out. This is another budget set that's probably going to be very good. And Tinhifi stumbled with the P2 in a lot of people's minds, so maybe they're going to grab their core with this set right here. So I'll talk about that as soon as I get that. The Shure Pro, the Tape Pro, that's also going to be coming. Not sure when. Not retail version like in the package, so I'll be getting a set to talk about like the sound, which is what I care about really. To talk about this very, very quickly. Look at that dust, holy crap. Let's move away from that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I should take that down. This is interesting. Please stay with me for a minute if you're into headphones at all. You look at that and you're thinking, that looks different. Like, that looks kind of large. And I'm with you, because this is the Sony MA900s, 70mm. This is, they took the famous bass set and they made a bass lens to calm it down, and they actually did a good job. And I sent this to Michigan to get it balanced mini XLR, and I love it. It's magnesium. It's not fragile at all. Love the set. So I'm looking at that driver because I'm familiar with Sony's really large driver, and I'm thinking, first of all, there's no other set of this anywhere in existence, period, because they didn't take photographs of it to get ready for the pre-order. They just sent it because it was an afterthought. I got to think that's what that was. So I get it, no pressure. Nobody even asked me, did I get it? And I'm looking at this. I can't remember what they call this. I think Sony uses it on their high end, or like this is like a copy of that, some way to massage the sound. Anyway, so I do what I got to do, and I want to take the pads off, but they're not coming off, so I rip them off. You see these 3 rip points, because I literally was like, rip, tore the whole thing off, because I had to see what the hell this was. This whole thing is made out of metal. Everything, the brackets, everything, every part of this is made out of metal. And very fascinating is, where's my flashlight? You see that ripple going all the way around? That looks like the diaphragm. But if it is, that's very large. That's huge, actually. Or there's a driver behind that, but that also looks like the voice coil right there, which is huge. So this is a fascinating set. If you're into headphones and you're into... I like the way these sound as they are. I think they sound good. I don't think they're going to take the place of the Audio, but I think they're, for $100, I'm doing this video because I heard that price. The potential on these is fantastic. I think they sound good as they are, but for $100 I would bend over backwards a couple times to turn them into beasts. And what the f is that? Which is that right there. I took a picture of that because it just fascinated me. I remember I come from the bass head side. What is this doing for me? Alice in Chains is playing right now, but I went and listened to Kill Jill Big Boy and got a savage bass. At the same time, I'm getting that open air feeling, which is very weird because usually open backs are sacrificing the low end. But because this is a dynamic driver, a very big dynamic driver that's covering most of your ear, like the MA900, which is why it gives you this speaker effect, which would be a good way to describe this. I get the hit is wicked. It's delivered in a usually closed back in ear, or closed back is where you would play something like this. And this is open back, and it's not planar, it's dynamic, and it's unique as fuck. And on some stuff it sounds awesome, on other stuff it sounds different. Like the vocals are not bad, but they don't sound as high res as I'm used to on some stuff. But $100, that driver, whatever that is, I'm going to be all over this. I'm not sorry that I tore this off, as it obviously wasn't intended to be torn off, because if they want things removed, they make them so that you can move them. This obviously wasn't like that, but hey, whoa, what is that? And of course it's removable cable, and it's all made out of metal, and you can see this right here. This really isn't like an Allen wrench. I don't even know how this plate comes off, because I'll figure it out, and if I take it off, I'll show you guys. It just trips me out. It's an audio experience that's new to me, because the driver is, I guess it's maybe a placebo or something, because I'm looking at something that's confusing me, and I'm listening for stuff that's unusual, and I'm hearing loud bass, but I'm also hearing the heater coming out the right side. It's basically an air conditioner that can be a heater or an aircon. I'm hearing that out of my right ear, but I'm also getting a very, very big impact, because the driver, the diaphragm, the transducer is covering my whole physical ear. So I took way too much time. What is this? Wow. Yes. Yes, yes, yes for that price. Hell yes. BLON01, $22.99 will definitely be out before 11/11. We'll let you know right away via Twitter, which I'm on right now. The Tinhifi T1 Plus, which is a revamp of the original first IEM, as far as I know. Which, if it's what it looks like a Harman tune set, but it's going to be quite affordable. If you're a Tinhifi person and you were bummed about what happened with that, that's nothing like going down in price and up in quality. You're not going to get a planar, but this was looking like it was trending towards being pretty damn good. And this is, what? I don't know. It's quite strong though. It does all. This is not loose or anything like that. There's no squeaking or anything with it. You can change this pad, the head pad. If you got one, you can switch it out. I don't know. That driver trips me out. So I'm out. That took way too long. Sorry. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend, and I will be ready on Monday and have some videos for you guys, so you guys enjoy your weekend as well. Have a happy Halloween, because I'm gonna scare some kids. I'm gonna get working on that right now, and I'm out.